Lord, who knows your glory? Actually, nobody knows. This is the wonder of Bhagwan himself. When I look around, for example, take this place itself. Do you think the person, when they were building the house, they were thinking that one day this will become a temple? In his wildest dream, he never thought about it. When we look at Shrivita Nilaya itself, 18 years ago when we came to see that place, it was a ruin completely. Do you think the person who built this building knew that one day that would be an ashram? No. But you see, Bhagavan have his own plan. How your old minions are sitting. Have you ever thought that you will be minions? Shihari Vittal minion? Well, the Shihari Vittala, because Bhagavan Vittal loved Belgium very much. There's two temples near to each other. Just half an hour, there's another temple of Vittarumani, and Bhagavan have chosen to be here in the form of Vittarumani also. Actually, each of the devotees' house is a temple. And that is the beauty of Sanatana Dharma. But our responsibility, we have a certain responsibility. You have responsibility towards whoever you meet in this world. There's a responsibility towards that. Even to those people who you don't meet, there is a responsibility. But it's an invisible responsibility which one is not aware of. So, Bhagavan enacts a certain play. You have your plan, your Atma has its own plan, and Bhagavan has its own plan. Who will win into that rat race? It's true. In your mind you have planned your life itself, you have planned your day, you have planned everything. But what is in the next 5 minutes? Is it in your hand? You don't. Yet you plan. You have big planning for life itself. But in the next 5 minutes you don't know what happened. What can happen in the next 5 minutes? Nobody knows. Your life can transform completely and change completely for an event itself. Your life can depart from you completely from another event. It takes one moment only. We are not aware of that. We think, yes, we are in control of our life. Everything is in our hand. We can do whatever we want. We are very powerful. No, we are not. In a matter of seconds, we can be crushed like nothing, like a mosquito. And yet you think that you are so great. Nature can crush you like nothing. Does it matter for the world? No. When a mosquito dies, do you think it matters for the world? It doesn't matter. Do you think it matters if something happened to you in this world? No, it doesn't matter. The sun will keep rising. The wind will keep blowing. Nature will carry on. And this is when you become aware of anything can happen in your life. You start to be grateful about life itself. Firstly, that grace which God has given you, that life itself, what we can connect with Him. Life is not to be wasted. To connect with the Divine. And for that, it is your duty in this world to give everything you can to connect. Everything that you can do, to become a better person. That's what you have to do. When we look at the world itself, everybody is saying, yes, we are serving, we are fighting for our God and all these things, But yet you can't even respect human being. You can't even love human being. Forget about loving. Loving is too far away, Learn to respect each another. Learn to serve as much as you can. And that is what Bhagavan and the Sadguru look at, Who is ready to learn this deep lesson? Bhagavan keeps searching, Bhagavan said to, there's a beautiful verse in the Bhakti Vijaya where Sant Janabai said to Bhagavan Vitthal, why are you always with us? And among all, why are you so dear to Nama? Namdev Maharaj. I said, well, such pearl, when it comes to earth, I have to be there. Because it's so rare. It's so rare that even Bhagavan himself personally come to attend, to be in deep relationship with the true Bhakta. So that is the relationship between Bhagavan and Bhakta. Bhagavan and the Sadguru keep searching for those people who will change from deep within. For that transformation, when you can say yourself, yes, I am becoming a devotee of Sri Hari. When we are a devotee of Sri Hari, our transformation is very important, firstly. And you look for that, from wherever you are, you look for you, he fish you. In whose hand are we? Are we in control of our life? We are not in control of our life. He is controlling our life. Each moment, whatever we have the privilege to serve him, to serve his devotee, it doesn't matter how long it takes. It doesn't matter how much effort you make. Even the smallest effort that you put, it will bear its fruits. The most important thing is how much divinity do you let awake inside of you? How much love do you let manifest from your heart itself? And that's what the Sadguru does. He keeps polishing whenever he found such devotee, he keeps polishing the heart of that devotee itself. But how much polishing do you want? Polishing is very hard actually, The more the polishing happens, more shining you become. Bhagavan here is called Hemang, shining. So he is ever polishing, so that you can become like him. Yeah, Yogi is there, you can tell you when you find a rough diamond, it's not shining. So the process that it goes, he was telling me a few days ago, first you have to put it in acid. Imagine you going into acid, halal. The whole churning of the ocean, it is the inner purification. That's why very often when people go on the spiritual path, they say, oh, my life has been ruined. Now why am I on that spiritual path? I was good before. But you don't know what is inside. You touch only the surface outside. But the dirt which is deeply anchored deep inside of you, that has to come out. But do you know about this dirt? You don't know about this dirt. So when the churning of the ocean starts happening, first poison will come out.
Churning of the ocean.
So, first what come out is poison. You go in acid. Then from the acid what happens? You have to polish it, no? You have to clean it nicely to remove all the dirt. So after you have gone, the halal have come out, it sort of guiding you in whatever way. You have to be cleansed, no? You have to be washed. So you wash. Then you send the diamond to the factory. Person who is expert will look at it. So then when you have gone through the process of halal, the Sadguru comes, take you, look at you, say, this one, what can come out of it? So from that, you will have an idea of how much you can hold, how much you can sustain. Huh? And he will start cutting you, pieces by pieces. You start polishing, every time looking, putting water and cleansing. Until his work are not done, until you shine how he wants you to shine. Bhagwan's work, once he has entered your life, it doesn't finish like that. He will make you shine like him. And for that, it depends how much you give yourself to him. How much do you want to be polished? Some want less, and some want more. So according to their progress, according to how much they have given themselves, that they will progress in life itself, in their spiritual life. So like that, your whole existence is mapped out by the Sadguru and Shri Hari Bhagavan himself. So he is ever present. It is like a cheat code, a very short, a bigger shortcut that Sadguru is there. Because if you will have to do that, it will take many lives. But the Sadguru amplified it, changed everything. So that you can reach to the lotus feet of the Lord directly. Ultimately, you have to reach. This world, yes, how long do we live? Like I said, you don't know what is tomorrow. What is in the 5 minutes? And sooner or later you will have to give it up all. Whether you want it or not, you will have to give it up. So that is why the Bhakta said, in your emotion, have true love for God. If your emotion don't have that true bhav, what would happen? You will create offenses. Because you see, what can really bring one down is the offense that we create, knowingly or unknowingly. But people are not aware of that. That's why in the power of bhakti, very often we are reminded that Sri Hari, we are being held by him. How much do we want to transform ourselves? It's very important. And what is more important is that by any means, try not to create offenses. Because once you create offenses, it's very difficult. Such offense also happened to Prahlad Maharaj. Even being a great bhakta, actually when you are a bhakta, you have to be even more careful. When a devotee of Sri Hari, you have to be even more careful. So one day, Prahlad Maharaj was deeply absorbed in his Archana Seva. He was very much absorbed in his service, worshipping Mahavishnu. So at that moment, he had placed, God, he was a prince, he was a king at that time, emperor, he had put the God outside the gate. So, when he was absorbed in his prayer, one God approached him, said that two devotees of Mahavishnu have come to see you and they're waiting at the door. So Prahlad respectfully, because Prahlad, whoever would come to Prahlad Maharaj, he will welcome them. The saints, the not saints, the sadhus especially. For them, for him it was very important. So with folded hand he said to the God, please tell them to wait for a moment. So you see, he was fully absorbed in his service. So Prahlad was such a devotee, when he gave himself fully into it. Not partially, not 1 foot here, 1 foot there. No. Few bhakta is like that. Few bhakta enter one boat and stay. They don't say, oh yes, let me put 1 foot here and 1 foot here. No, both. He said, no, I fully enter into that boat. So, when he was doing his service, he was doing his prayer, he was fully absorbed, he was not aware. He entered into that bhav itself. Well, and then what happened? Time passed. He forgot about them. He was absorbed into his service, he forgot about them. So, these two devotees was left unattended for a very long time. Eventually, after waiting for a long time, what happened? You will go. So they left and they said, this is our misfortune. Quietly, they departed. Such a small mistake which Prahlad have done, delaying the honor to a devotee. So because of that, the consequence which Prahlad have to go through, that delaying itself, what he have done, what you have to go through that unintentional. When Prahlad realized that, his heart was pierced. So when his heart was pierced, you see, this is the weakest moment when the mind wants. The moment you feel more vulnerable, the mind will push. So you see, Prahlad, even if he was a great devotee, yes, the mind was waiting. Was waiting for that. The moment he let go of his God itself, that little mistake, the veil of Maya covered the mind. Even for Prahlad. So at that moment, Prahlad completely changed. That is why also you see many people They're very devoted, and then the next moment, the wave of delusion covers them. They become completely different. There's one thing that amazed me always, to see how people one day say, I love you, I love you, I love you. They don't even know what is the nature of love. The nature of love is to accept. No? The nature of love is to respect. The nature of love is to embrace. No? However the person is. I have never asked somebody, whenever people come to me, oh, how are you? No. It's equal. Whether you're rich, poor, black, white, yellow, whatever you are, however you are. I've never asked anybody how they are. So, the same, when you create a certain offenses, you open the door for the veil of delusion to cover. So the same thing happened to Prahlad, Suddenly, anger arises inside of him. That great devotee of Bhagavan himself, who was so absorbed in his worship, he became so bitter. His heart, was closed. So, overcome by confusion, he started to blame Sri Hari. First, 5 minutes ago, he was loving Sri Hari. And just by an offense that he had created, and the moment he becomes aware of that offense, anger arises inside of him. That delusion had taken over into his mind. Then he started saying nasty word to Mahavishnu. Shocking words, Then he started saying, Mahavishnu, you are the one who have killed my father. You have sided with the Devas. You have always stood against the Asuric race. I will come to Vaikuntha and fight you. He forgot. He come to that point of forgetting that the Lord himself has come out from the pillar. And this is how very often it happens in the lives of many people. When you don't fully give yourself and be alert what you're doing, you change drastically like that. Maya cover you. The delusion enter into your mind. Then you stop. You can't reason. So when he said that, all the demons around, all the Surik were screaming, prepare, prepare. They were all very happy to go and fight. So a massive army assembled. Once the Prahlad, who was an emblem of devotion, now is marching to go and fight Mahavishnu. He is going to fight, the Lord in his eternal realm itself. That is the power of offenses. When you don't respect the devotee, you don't respect each another. I'm not telling you to love each other, but at least learn to respect the devotees. So, that is the crucial point. And this is a crucial truth actually. That even that, such a great devotee can fall. That great devotee can fall into the trap of illusion. Especially when you do Vaishnava aparad. You can create aparad, you can harm somebody, you can, hurt normal people. Is different by hurting a Vaishnava. Because the Vaishnava hold Sri Hari, the heart of the Bhakta, like Ram and Shabari. No? You know the story when Shabari hurt herself and the whole lake became red blood. Could not. Ram himself came, entered the water. The water didn't change. What happened? Just by the dust of the feet of Shabari falling into the lake, the whole lake was cleansed completely. So this is the power of devotion, because the heart of Bhagavan resides with the Bhakta. The heart of Bhagavan resides in each one of you. It's not in Vaikuntha with him, it's not in Goloka with Krishna. It is in each Bhakta's heart. And that you have to become aware of. You know? So, when we see the story itself, it's not about seeing how Prahlad have changed, but again, Prahlad is giving an example. It's a warning for all the people which is on the spiritual path itself, you know. Just one misunderstood, one misstep, disrespecting just a devotee, disrespecting those who love you, you know, unintentionally, because intentionally you will not do it, unintentionally can have a very great effect upon your heart and your mind itself. Just take a moment only. Prahlad was blessed. No? Firstly, we have to see his Guru Maharaj was there always. No? Who was his Guru? Narada. Narada Muni gave him the divine name. You know? And Narada, whose name he's always chanting? Narayana. So the mercy of the Sadguru is always there as a reminder. You know? So, just like when the sun rises, darkness disappeared. Where there is light, there is no darkness. You know? So similar, you know, Prahlad, by the grace of his Sadguru, Narad Muni, through the blessing of his Sadguru, his vision was restored. The delusion which covered his heart was removed. And by chanting the name of Narayana, the moment he became aware of what was happening, he started chanting Narayana, Narayana, Narayana. And he not just chant, he implored the mercy of Sri Narayana. What am I doing? Why? He became aware of that. The moment he became aware of that, his heart was purified again. So the story is a reminder also, you know, in our life as a devotee. How do we treat people? You know, we don't know who is a bhakta and who is not a bhakta. We don't know when Bhagavan Sri Hari will come, in whatever form he will come to give us darshan. A smile don't cost anything. A nice gesture to be nice with people doesn't cost anything. So try, you know, as a reminder. Try always to remember when you are chanting God's name, He will come to you. Which form He will take, nobody knows. Only He knows. In the life of Chokamela, I know you have heard the story of Chokamela. which is from Pandharpur, very low caste. And he will do the most dirtiest job, like cleaning, scavenging the place. Nobody will do that. And Chokamila was assigned to do that. That was his work. He would clean the dirt. If the dead dog will die, the Brahmin will not lift it. They will say, call Chokamila. So when Chokamila's wife was pregnant, it was around in the 8.5 months. Chokamila got a news that he had to go and work it was in 8 months actually. He had to go and work in a distant village for 2 weeks. But he could not say no, because his employee had told him, if otherwise he can lose his job. Now baby will come, he had to work. So he take the permission of his wife and he left. But before leaving he said, I can't leave you alone. So he called his sister, Vimala. They called his sister, please come and help. Because I have to go, I don't have any choice. Can you please sit down? So saying, he called his sister, and his sister came to Mangalveda, from Mangalveda to Pandharpur to help in assisting his wife. And the sister said, okay, then you go, I will stay here for some time, and when it's needed, when you come back, then I will go. I don't have anything to do, my husband is at home, let him be. So saying that, the sister came and helped the wife of Sokamela. So Kamila went, and few days after, there was a news. So 2 weeks passed, he came back. He was very happy, the sister went back home. And then again, the boss said, listen, Sokha, you have to go even further now. That will take you at least 1 month. I said, okay. Now who will look after my wife? She has not yet delivered the baby. So he called again his sister. The sister again came. Second time. So Kamila left. After 4 days, there was a message was sent to the sister, your husband is very ill, Banka. Please come back as soon as possible. So the sister said, my husband is very sick, I have to go and attend him. So she left Sokamila's wife and she went back home. And nearby, of course, Sokamila also was there nearby. So he was assisting. She went to assist her husband. And so Kamila was working also nearby, there. Meanwhile, the wife was alone at home. Bhagavan Vitthal himself took the appearance of the sister, came and served Sokamila's wife until she delivered the baby. Everything went. 1 month later, after 1 month, so Kamila came back, and the wife was so happy, showing, look you baby. So, joy and happiness were there, and said, yeah, thanks to your sister who was here, otherwise I would not be able to. I said, my sister? She said, yes, she was very busy helping, and she helped in the surrounding and everything. She helped me to deliver the baby, she helped me to look after the baby. And saying that, so Kamila became very confused. That You are talking about my sister, remember? But she had been for a month with her husband. She was here only for 4 days. Her husband is very sick. Anka is very sick. Impossible. So then you realize that who was really there was not his sister. It was Vithala himself who was there. It was Bhagwan himself who assisted his sister. Not only that, it was Bhagwan himself who helped cleaning the village. Then the wife started, it's true actually, because whenever she will be there will be a smell of chandan and tulsi around. But I didn't take notice about it. So like that, you see, Bhagwan come in our life. How we will meet him, in which form he will come. As our bhakta, we have to start, learn to respect each other. We have to learn to be grateful for that life itself. So, and be grateful that Bhagwan is reminding us to serve. Service is one thing, but purify us. It's only for service that is possible. It's only for service that we can be humble. And it is only for service that we can truly get to know him. Every day already. So I guess this is the finish behind the curtain. Let's see. Darshan tere tere Bhagavanta darshan tere Bhagavanta darshan please give me your darshan, reveal yourself to me. We are longing for you. See a little bit. Just don't hide behind the curtain. Darshan de mere Bhagavanta darshan de mere Bhagavanta Vidya Pahate Ananta Chokamela, even if he was from the lowest caste, he was not even allowed inside the temple. But his love for Vittala was amazing. His devotion to the service of the people, whatever he will do, even the dirtiest job he will do, he was always for the service of the people. And that is the same what the Sadguru do. What the Sadguru does, it is unknown to the mind of people. Because people look at it, whatever the Sadguru, they see only the outside. They don't pierce the mystery. They will never know what the Sadguru does. So what Chukamela was doing was serving only Vittala. And Bhagavan always rewards his devotee. So one day, they were sitting, they were all gathering, all the sons were gathering. So Sandhyaneshwar was there, Namdev, Tukaram, no, Darabai, and all the saints were there. Because what we were doing, who will write the abhang of each another? So they were all gathering. So Namdev At that moment was singing, you know. Vittala, 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 Jaya, Vittala, Vittala. He was absorbed into that. And then turn in a very swift way. Say, you see this Choka? Choka is very blessed. Hearing that Choka Mela got so shocked. What is he talking about now? What is this Namdev? Are we going crazy or what? The Choka Mela is so dear to Vittala. Nobody realized how dear Bhagavan Vittala is to him. Then he tells a story which have happened, but nobody have known about it. He said once, the Amrit, you know, in Vaikuntha, the Amrit, the nectar which all the devas drink, it's lost its potency. Amrit lost its potency. And the devas didn't know what to do. They rushed to Srimad Narayana. Srimad Narayana looked at them and said, listen, if you just go to Chokamela's hut on Bhumi, Bhudevi, Bhuloka, just make him touch the pot, it will restore everything. The Deva was shocked. He said, you are the Supreme Lord. You are the Lord of Vaikuntha itself. You touch it. And Bhagavan said, well, I can roll my finger into it, nothing will happen. And he took the pot and he put his finger into that, nothing happened. He said, go to Chakamela. Devas was confused. And in that confusion, they can't see it was an adesh from Bhagavan Srimad Narayana himself, so they have to come there. So meanwhile, Namdev was telling the story, the glory of Chokamela. And Chokamela was feeling so grateful for his Guru Maharaj, so his Guru. Who was Chokamela's Guru? Zanabai. Chokamela's Guru was Zanabai. So he was so absorbed in his heart was feeling so grateful. He could not even hear what Namdev was saying. And Namdev was praising Chokamela. So he, in his mind, was absorbed. Me, my Guru. Zanabai is my Guru. And inside of him, he was absorbed and he was crying. Thinking how grateful it is from what he was, through the grace of Zanabai, he got such association. To associate with Namdev Maharaj, to associate with Vitthal, that he considered himself the lowest of all. He started to remember, oh, Bhagavan have come to my heart, but I didn't have his darshan. My wife is blessed. When I was, she was pregnant, Bhagavan, my child is blessed. But I was not that blessed. Bhagavan didn't, give me his darshan. He was feeling at the lowest, and even Bhagavan considered me the lowest. That's why he don't want to give me his darshan. And Namdev was praising Chokamela's humility in his abhang. He said, so having that in his mind, he was completely humbling himself, He said, why? I am the lowest of all. I am not even worthy to have your darshan. So when the tears was falling, the devas took the pot of Amrit and put it there. And the moment his tears fell into the Amrit pot, it restored the potency of the Amrit again. And that is the greatness of such devotee, which inspired us. I'm not saying that you will become like them, but you can try. You can elevate your devotion. You can elevate your mind in surrendering to Him by constantly remembering Him in a very simple way. He's not that complicated to be pleased, Pleasing human being is more complicated than pleasing Him. Look, the Lord which is sold. Just by a tulsi leaf and a few drops of water, He is pleased. Do you think it's difficult to please Him? No, it is not. Just say to somebody else, we have brought you 2 drops of water and tulsi leaves. Huh?
Yeah.
How much they will love you? Oh, what can I do with that? What is this for? And the one, he's just pleased by that. But he said, few drops of water and the leaves with devotion. With that bhakti. Without that, he will not accept. That bhakti have to be there. That devotion have to be there. And when there is that bhakti and devotion, you don't need to go anywhere. He will come by His own accord to you. He will jump out from your heart, out. And this is the glory of Sri Hari. And this is the glory also of the Bhakti. Because they are never far away from those who truly love Him. Just like you can hear the story of all the devotees. How their life changed, how your life have changed itself. Like Chokamela, like Sant Namdev, all many great saints. Your life also, your experience also is wonderful. How Bhagavan have come into your life is also this true. How He have chosen this place, have inspired Pranada and Raghumayya Dasi to transform their house, into a temple. How many people do that? People will happily have their luxurious things very nicely displayed. But here you go everywhere. You go in the living room to Sitaram, you go up, everywhere there is Bhagwan's everywhere. So that's why I say the devotee's house is not a house. The devotee's house is a temple. I remember once I went to one devotee's house in Dijon and I stayed one night there. My goodness. I was suffocating myself with my own picture. It was too much. And every time now she comes, she brings pictures to say, do you still have space in your house? So that is the how Bhagavan comes, and this is how Bhagavan takes his lila. It's completely different from everybody else, And this is beautiful. You go to Simone's house also, there's a temple. Every living room of devotees, you go to Turkey, their living room also is a temple. Temple doesn't mean to be big. Temple, When few people come together, gather together, feel this love, sing His glory. That is a temple. Or you sit in the park and sing His name. That is a temple. A moving temple. And that's what the saint was. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was going around. He was not carrying everything around him. He was not carrying big murti. Mirabai also, when you look at the picture, she's carrying a huge murti. What a poor woman, she could not carry her own body and she'll carry a big murti. No, with her Giridhari is just so small like that. But what they carry the name. So that's why they hold it properly. It's falling down. So, Jai Gurudev again. Is Bhagwan ready to give us the darshan? Yeah. No, but first I have to go inside myself. Where the... I have not yet finished the prayer. When you finish, I will come in. Okay? Okay, something. Sri Maharaj will talk now.
Okay.
Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Deva Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. So, Jai Gurudev Guruji, just a remark, few very important points for our spiritual life. The first, about not committing Vaishnava Parada. The second, to remember that our heart, our mind, it's a temple. And out, of course, when the temple is inside, automatically it comes outside. So, I have met Pranada and Rakumai a few years back. And we built a very strong and a very nice friendship. And actually we see that how this couple, they hold one very specific quality. That there is no duplicity, there is no this dubious mentality. You know what? Actually what they are inside, how they are with people, they are also externally. And this is the main quality of one Vaishnava. A Vaishnava, he's the person that he is Vidya Vinaya Sampane Brahmane Gavyastini. He's equal to everybody, he's equal to all. He doesn't see difference. And because he doesn't see difference, he's a very merciful.
Thank you, dear.
He's a very merciful. And because he's very merciful, he wants to give this mercy to everyone. And that is the point where Vitala, Krishna, Guru, they come to their life. So if you wanted to receive Krishna in your house, if you wanted to receive Vitala in your house, if you wanted to receive Gurudeva in your house, it's not so difficult. Just to be sincere, you know. Just to be sincere, just to be honest with your spiritual path. Just to be sincere that Krishna, I want to, now Shri Hari, wanted to bring you very close to me. And the Guru and Krishna, they gather together to each other, they make this combination. And they come to realize this ceremony. No. This ceremony that is being performed today is called Prana Pratishta. Pra means like when you are moving forward. Tishta means when you establish. So, when you are establishing a movement in your life that makes you to move forward. I remember once I was with Pranada and Rakumai in the restaurant, and the Pranada, he was crying, you know, and he was saying to me, the only desire that I have, that I can experience a little bit of what comes from Krishna, you know, just to come, you know, a little bit what comes from Guruji. I just wanted to experience that. But he was in tears saying it to me. And this is the sincerity of a devotee, because the devotee, he wants to say, I wanted to experience Krishna, I want to experience my Gurudeva. I don't want to take what he's given to me, just something like, no, not tangible, not soft. No, I wanted to take it with sincerity. And that's the result of such a practice. That is the result of not to be dubious, not to be two-faced, but to be one kind of person. Straightforward. It says that the devotee, he holds 26 qualities. And one of these qualities, that for him there is no difference, and there is no difference between poor, rich, famous and famous. No, he treats everybody equal.
Yeah.
Like Guruji was saying, I never come and I ask to the person, how are you or who are you? I'm not interested in your external features. I'm interested in your willingness to experience Krishna, to experience Shri Hari. And Guruji has been beaten into this point a long time already. And the more I get next to Guruji, more I can really appreciate this quality on him. Because Guruji, he's I will be very open. I have met many gurus, many spiritual masters, many spiritual leaders, many famous people, many Qataris, many of them. But always we see some interest in each one of them. I remember once one big guru in Vrindavan, he invited me to come to his house. And I came to his house, and his house was like fully like in the white marble, very luxurious, And he came to me and he put me like in one chair, literally with a golden, the frame was all made in golden. And he was saying to me, yes, you look, I have so much of this opulence around me, and you can join me, and you can help me. He literally said like this. And this is like artificial. And I never saw such things like in Guruji. I have been the simplest place with Guruji. He was speaking about Krishna. I have been in the palaces with Guruji. He was speaking about the same Krishna, with the same way, with the same melody, in the same raga, in the same tala, in the same melody, in the same time, in the same dancing. No distinction, nothing. So that is what it means, like take advantage of what you are experiencing. Like Guruji also was saying, one day the person say, I love you, I love you, I love you. Next day the person completely forget everything. Acceptance. Acceptance of how the love comes to you. Acceptance how Guru and Krishna they comes in your life. And just to have like this desire, I wanted to serve you. Often, we see how Krishna how Guru he can use us as a really nice instrument for his service. We can see it really nicely, so many times I came to Pranada and they said, Pranada, I wanted to do this service to Guruji. And the Pranada is like this. Pranada Rakumai. Prito, you have the desire, I have the gun. I have the gun and the bullet. Let's shoot. Let's do. So, this is the real beauty attitude of a Vaishnava. When Guruji was talking about this Vaishnava etiquette, my God, I really love this subject, Vaishnava Parada. I really love. Because if there is one fear which I have is about that, committing Vaishnava Parada. I remember once, about 10 years ago, I was in one Krishna festival, and there was many boys like Tonton, there was many boys like this, and we were sitting around one fire. And someone asked, Brito, can you entertain the kids? Can you talk with them? Can you spend the time and share your experience of how you were a kid and you were in the spiritual path and with Krishna, and can you have some exchange? And I came and I asked the boys, okay, I wanted to ask you here, what is your biggest fear? What is your biggest fear? Tell me. And one boy, he said, my biggest fear that my mom died. Mm-hmm. I have this fear. Another one said, my biggest fear that is a car accident. I have a fear when always in the road with a car accident. And there was one boy, I never forget. His name is Lalita Krishna. He looked at me and he said, my fear is to commit Vaishnava Parada. This is the only fear that I have. To commit Vaishnava Parada. When he said that, it was so strong for me. Because what means Vaishnava Parada? Vaishnava Parada means that you are speaking about your own fault on others. Because a devotee of Krishna, devotee of Gurudeva, what it means? When Guruji, remember, one of the first time that the Guruji was talking about his devotee, he was saying, when I look into the eyes of my devotee, I see there is some different shining on his eyes. There is some different kind of like humor, mood that comes from the eyes of my devotee. And if you see a devotee and you don't feel happy by seeing that person in front of you, the problem is not with that person, but the problem is with you and yourself. So, Vaishnava, he is the most merciful. He is Daya. He is a Karuna. He is a very merciful. He doesn't see any fault, any misery, any negative things in others, but he just sees possibilities. This is the mood of the kirtan. This is the mood, because you see, to be really qualified to perform what we are performing today, Prana Pratishta. So to really to perform it in this actual moment of life, there is not like a true qualification for that. But the Guruji is so merciful that he makes everything tangible, everything possible for us. So, like this devotee, he asked in the podcast to Guruji, how many temples do you have? And Guruji, he said, well, each heart of my devotee is a temple, each house of my devotee is a temple. And this is the desire that the devotee should have. Like always, I wanted to fulfill and please Guru and Krishna. Nothing for me. You know? Pranadena Kumar, I have good news for you and I have bad news for you. The good news, actually let's start with bad news. No, the good news. The good news that Vitalan and the Lukmini is coming to live in your house. The bad news that it's not your house anymore. Now the real owner of this house is Vitala and Lukmini. And the Pranadena Kumar, they are Vitala and Lukmini's servants. Hariko. This is the good news. You became the servant of Vitala and Lukmini in your house. In his house. Because this is his property. We belong to him. I was just a few days ago, I was reading about one saint in Radhakunda, Raghunatha Das Goswami. I like him very much because he's the one that built the Radhakunda. And when he was building the Radhakunda after receiving the order from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was building and he saw that all these tests was coming. More and more he was digging, more and more the test was coming out. And he was facing a really hard time on his spiritual life. With this journey that also Guruji was talking. So this journey that when you started to eliminate, to extinguish all these bad habits inside of you. And the more he was working on the Radhakunda to build this place, more he was feeling this negativity come on him. And he says in a beautiful prayer that is called Gopala Stotram, that the only thing that could bring peace to his heart when he was doing this service was going to go to Govardhana Parikrama, around the circumambulate Govardhana, and when he was walking around Govardhana. And he says, there a moment that I was walking around Govardhana, and I used to stop at the temple of Shrinathaji, to have the darshan of the deity of Shrinathaji. Shrinathaji, for who doesn't know, is the deity that belongs to the Pushtimarga, Valabhacharya. And he says, I was walking around, often when I'm walking around Govardhana, I stop on the temple of Shrinathaji to have the darshan of the deity of Shrinathaji. And when I come in front of the temple, when I come in the temple of Shrinathaji, I look to the pujari, and the pujari is doing the arati of Shrinathaji. I look to his arm, he is completely in the goosebump. The hair on his body is all standing on. Is standing on. He's feeling so much happiness in worship the deity. He's feeling so much happiness to worship Shrinathaji. And he said, but there was one time which I was doing this Govardhana Parikrama. And I decided to have the darshan of Shrinathaji. And when I came to have the darshan of Shrinathaji, and I look, who was doing the arati of Shrinathaji was Vitalacharya. Vitalacharya is the son of Valabhacharya. And he said, when I look to Vitalacharya doing the arati of Shrinataji, I look to Vitalacharya. Vitalacharya was not, the hair on his body was not standing on, was not in goosebump. And I intrigued myself. But then when I look to Shrinataji body, hair, the hair of the body of Shrinataji was standing on. And he said, I could witness it with my own eyes. I saw how much happy Shrinataji was when he was being served by such exalted and amazing Vaishnava like Vitalacharya. How he was amazed by that. How he was happy by that. That's why in our position, we need to remember Bhoktaram Jagya, Tapasam Sarva Loka Maheshwara. Suridam Sarva Bhuta Atman Gyatva Shantiri Shanti. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, in the final of the chapter 5, what he's saying? That Krishna says, I'm Bhoktaram, I'm the one who is the master of all of this process, of all these tapasyas, all these austerities. I'm the one who is the Sarva Loka Maheshwaram. I'm the one that possesses, that controls all this planet, all this universe. By serving this person, Krishna, Narayana, Vitala, Sri Hari, by serving him, you can have this, bring this peace, this pleasure to your life. So we should learn how to become this devotee, like Vitalacharya. That when we come to worship the Guru, when we come to worship Krishna, he feels excited, happy to be worshipped by such amazing Vaishnava like that, on this quality. But to become this Vaishnava, first, never forget what Guruji have been saying. You have to be willing for that. You have to be with this desire. You have to, to have this longing. I'm for sure, I know that Pranada and Rakumai, they're feeling great happiness to be receiving all the devotees and the Guru in their house right now. And I'm completely sure that Pranada and Rakumai, they have this desire that each one of us here has this same excitement of receiving Krishna and Gurudev in our house.
Yeah.
So we should have this desire. How can I bring Guruji more close to my heart? How can I bring? Because this Guru, he's not an ordinary Guru. He's a Sat Guru. He's not looking for what you have or who are you or what you can do. But all what he desires, that you have this desire to experience what he already had experienced and he's given to us. It's like the fruits, the berries that Shabari, she was given to Rama. The one that she was tasting, she was trying to see that was sweet. When she was putting on the mouth of Shri Rama, this was more and more sweeter. It was more and more sweet. Because it was touched by her devotion, by her bhava, by her prema, by her love. So that what comes from Gurudeva right now to us is exactly this mood, that it's so sweet, and all what we need is to learn how to experience the love that is already emanating from him by understand the time here and now. Like very often we see devotees talking, complaining, or thinking, how will be the world when Guruji leaves the world? The devotee think about here now. Here and now, what Gurudev, what can I do to you today? How can I love you today? How can I serve you today? How can I show my gratitude to have in you in my life today? It's not about Guruji. Few weeks ago when he was given darshan, after the darshan, he was saying in the private talk, he was saying, learn how to enjoy my presence right here, right now, here in this mood. I remember once Guruji was given a satsanga, and this satsanga he said, yes, because there is a 5 Satgurus in the earth. There is a 5 Satgurus. And then when he finished the satsang, I saw some devotees trying to count. Who is this 5 Sadguru?
Figure out, yeah.
To try to figure out who is this 5 Sadguru. And some people were saying, is this person, that, no, A, B, C, D. No. Take all these, your B, C, D, A, and throw in the garbage. You have already Paramahansa Vishwananda. You don't need to look to know who is the other 4. You have the one that is here and is right now giving you all the chances to you to experience his presence here. But for that you need to open your mind, your heart. You have to open, you have to be willing. And to have this sense of urgency in the spiritual path. Don't be the one that wants to be pleased. Because why Vaishnava Parada happens? Because you wanted to be pleased. You want that your ego is more important than other things. You think that your own satisfaction, your own desires. No, this is really danger. This is really danger for the spiritual path. So you will stop to do Vaishnava Parada. You will not do any Parada in your life. You will not do. When you always have this thinking, how can I serve Guru and Krishna, not just here and now, but also in the hearts of all the devotees. You know, and you will see, no distinguish, not make any distinctions. So thank you very much, Rakumai. Thank you very much, Pranada, for inviting all the devotees to come in your place, you know, in the Vitala's place. And we hope that it shows that it's really beautiful to see the example, the real Vaishnava example. You know? And this is something that we really need to build with all of us. So thank you very much. Thank you, Guruji. Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev.
The smallest, like we have the rice inside this thing.
Parabrahmane Namah, Shri Vitala Giridhari, Parabrahmane Namah. Parabrahmane Namah, Shri Vitala Giridhari, Parabrahmane Namah. First have darshan in the mirror. Okay? So you have darshan in the mirror first. Let me show this. Then you can have darshan of the deity.
No, it's still go. Save it.
Yeah. Tonton, fala alguma coisa pra câmera. Oi.
Move away from here. Clear this path here. Open the dress.
I mean, it's good on the leg.
Regarde ta vie, tonton.
Done. You go here, you will be doing the art with Guruji.
प्रेम से बोलो सतगुरुदेव आशीष स्वामी विश्वनाथ महाप्रभु की जय। कृष्णाय गोविंदाय गोपीश वल्लभाय वराय कृष्णाय हरे मंत्रे तंत्र उषास्नानि सवाय सवाय नित्य मुजय मुजय ओम नमो भगवते महासुदर्शनाय विघ्नेश्वराय प्रदाय सर्वेश्वराय भक्त तस्मै परब्रह्मणे परमज्योति से स्वाहा। ओम पूर्णमदं पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। पंडरीनाथ महाराज की जय। जय जय अलवार शरणा हरा हरा महादेव। जय गुरुदेव की जय। माता जी में शक्ति गुरुदेव का नाम विष्णु को चलेगा। You want to announce this one?
Himanga Vitala Rukmini temple.
Himanga Vitala Rukmini.
The
temple.
one, the Lord which is shining in all splendor. And His shine is on everybody.
Himangal Vitala Rukmini Mandir.
The deity itself is Himanga Vitala. Himangi.
Himanga and Himangi.
Yeah. Ranga Rangi.
Ranga Rangi. Himanga Himangi. Chai.
Ranganayaki. Please take the prasad out here. Then after you can take prasad outside.
Mission accomplished. Tonton, fala alguma coisa.
Oi.
Oi.
On va d'abord voir si on sait avoir de l'eau chaude.
Everybody will finish with the darshan of the fishes. Jai Gurudev. Hemanga Hemangi Mandir Temple. Haribol. Thank you very much. Hemanga Vitala, Hemangi Vitala. Hemangi Rukmini. Hemangi. Jai Gurudev.